another win, unbeaten run continues. What were your thoughts on that game?
Real happy with the 3 points. Again, disappointed with the points conceded. Conceded some real soft tries. The game was a good spectacle for parts of it, but myself, like everybody else within the stadium, became very frustrated. The fans were very frustrated. Both sets of players were frustrated. The coaching staff were frustrated with what was happening with the guy in the middle, but that's rugby league. But we're happy with the 3 points.
Well, the last couple of weeks you've conceded a lot of points, but you've scored a lot of points. I mean, is defence something you've worked on a lot in training, and perhaps today it didn't pay dividends for you?
We always work hard defensively. We have not changed training all season, to be fair. We just try and work on the things we need to tweak. And again, next week we'll work on a couple more areas where I thought we were poor today. We're getting up. Coaching is an evolving thing. We need to keep changing week in, week out, improving the areas we're weak to win the big prize, which is obviously end of the season, the grand final. That's what we intend to do.
Ryan Fieldhouse came back into the squad today. How important and influential is he for your side?
Ryan's an exciting player. Got good pace, returns the ball extremely well, developing a pass within his game, and he's get up a couple of tries and probably should have scored a couple more himself. But yeah, I'm very pleased for Ryan. He's had a tough week, off the park himself this week, so I'm really pleased for him personally.
He scored a try and he also set one up for Gareth Potts, who replaced Ryan Fieldhouse the last couple of weeks when he's not been playing. What was the idea around the team selection today? Peter Fox didn't play, but Gareth Potts did play.
I thought Foxy was a little bit off last week. His stats were real down. He had been carrying a couple of injuries, a couple of dead legs. Whether that affected it, maybe it did. And I don't think Potsy deserved living out of the team again. I thought Fieldhouse deserved the chance to play this week, and it did. You know, we need everybody of our top squad fit and ready to go for the playoff series, and that's what we intend to do. We've got to make a couple of rotations. That's what we will do to get everybody fit for the playoffs.
You've got North Wales Crusaders next week. Is there a chance of a little bit of one eye on the game the week after against Featherstone Rovers?
I think if you start taking one eye off where you are, that's when you get burnt, and we can't afford to do that. We know every game from now till the end of the season is a big game, and the game the week after against Featherstone makes no difference if we lose at North Wales next week. We'll attack Featherstone when that happens next week, and all our focus is on North Wales. What's
the game plan going into North Wales Crusaders game? Obviously today, in the last couple of weeks, you've conceded a lot of points. Is that something that you need to hammer home in training this week before you go to the Crusaders?
Yes, we can hammer things home. At the end of the day, it's the players who make tackles. There weren't structural breakdowns, which is the coach's role. There were player missed tackles or poor reads, and that's why we conceded tries. Nothing to do with structure, and certain players need to stand up and learn from that. As for game plan wise with ball next week, we've no idea because we've not seen North Wales play. We'll start on North Wales on Tuesday.